Hi, I'm Devin. In our group, we'll be talking about the differences between type 1 and type 2 diabetes, the risk factors, and disease management. Both types of diabetes are chronic diseases that affect the way our body regulates blood sugar, or glucose. Glucose is the main source of fuel that feeds our body's cells, and without insulin, glucose cannot enter the body's cells. People with type 1 diabetes cannot produce insulin, and people with type 2 diabetes don't react to insulin as well as they should, and over time the body won't be able to make enough insulin. Both types of diabetes can lead to very high blood sugar levels, which increase the risk of other health problems. But research has shown that type 1 diabetes could be genetic, and human leukocyte antigens and non-human leukocyte antigens may have an influence on type 1 diabetes. And pediatric diabetes from the National Center for Biotechnology Information has shown that the cause of type 1 diabetes can come from the occurrence of genetic mutations, which affect selected genes, which will critically impact the development of autoimmunity.
Hi, my name is Kira, and today we're going to be talking about diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is a genetic disorder caused by the body attacking the cells in the pancreas, which prevents your body from producing any insulin. It is caused by an autoimmune reaction when the body attacks itself. Type 1 diabetes can occur at birth and can develop over time in kids and adults. The symptoms for type 1 diabetes include an increase in thirst, frequent urination, extreme hunger, and nausea. Someone with type 1 diabetes has to monitor blood glucose levels, insulin administration, diet, and daily exercise. Typically, people assume that type 1 diabetics need to watch what they consume in case it spikes their blood sugar. However, research has been proven being on a strict diet plan does not help an individual rather than having a flexible meal plan and insulin plan. According to the author Rachel Hayes, who wrote an article about type 1 diabetes and what to consume, it has been shown that having a flexible meal and insulin plan has increased the quality of life for people who have type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetics are not focused too much on their food, where they are obsessing over their glucose levels and what they are putting into their body. With this, the treatment plan for type 1 diabetics is to maintain blood sugar levels through monitoring insulin, diet, and exercise.
According to the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestive and Kidney Diseases, type 2 diabetes can be developed if the person is obese, 45 or older, is a person of color, has high blood pressure, has a history of heart disease or stroke, or suffers from depression. In order to avoid any further risks or any symptoms, a person will need to consume a healthier diet and be more physically active.
Hi, my name is Destiny, and unlike type 1 diabetes, there are many ways to manage and avoid type 2 diabetes. These ways include medication, exercise, and diet. People with type 2 diabetes can also be prescribed insulin. When it comes to avoiding diabetes, some ways to do so would be exercising, avoiding sedentary lifestyles, low-carb diets, and portion control. The way a person eats can increase risk for type 2 diabetes because of something called hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia is when one has too many carbohydrates in their blood. This means there is too much sugar in the blood because the body lacks enough insulin. Consuming simple carbs can cause blood glucose levels to rise quickly in those with diabetes. Exercise is the number one prescribed medication that gives the body a chance to adapt in a natural and healthy way. The best kind of exercise for type 2 diabetes is resistance training. Studies show that resistance training is one of the most effective ways to decrease insulin levels and improve type 2 diabetics' insulin absorption.